All right, here's the deal. You need to learn how to make money with cryptocurrency right now because pretty soon it's going to be too late because regulators are stepping in all around the world and they're going to push the common person, common investor, average investor out of the market. You're going to think that you're investing in crypto when in all reality it's just a derivative that they control, like on the stock market. But if you start working on it right now, you can actually make a ton of money. But you've got to break some simple habits. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to reveal some things that a lot of people don't know. It pisses some people off because they don't understand. And it's something that I warned about when I started this channel years ago. All right, I'm going live. I'm in Hong Kong right now, and Carlos is freaking out because I haven't done a video. Well, quite frankly, the time change sucks, and so does jet lag. I don't even know I'm holding this light. Remote control off. All right, so here's the deal. Right now, cryptocurrency is in the red. It's only been in the red for a few days, but people are freaking out and they're selling their crypto, and that is the dumbest thing you could do. We are in a bull market right now in crypto, but like I said in the beginning of the video, you only have so much time left. The reason why I can say that with a ton of honesty, and it's because regulation's coming in and it's intended to put regulators between you and an investment in cryptocurrency, which means they're going to say it's safer now because we're regulating it, which in all reality, type one, if you've ever heard of somebody or seen somebody lose money and money just disappears from scammers out of their bank account's regulated, but you don't get your money back. Sure, it happens in credit cards because that industry works with a certain level of risk and it entails a ton of insurance, and that ends up costing the user in the long run. But it's a real deal. And so I'm going to put a link down below. Dylan said while we're here at Bitcoin week in Hong Kong, he wants to sell both the crypto security course and the Bitcoin XRP 101 course for new people, both of them together for like 129 or 130 bucks. It's a stupid deal. So the link's down below. I set out years ago to start educating people in a way to learn how to make money like I did in 2017, where I turned $10,000 with my first Bitcoin and Ethereum. I paid $500 for a Bitcoin, and I bought Ethereum at $50, and I turned that into over $1 million in 1 year because I did something called investing in ICOs, or initial coin offerings, and I did that. And I rode this specific cycle inside a very determinable, for lack of better terms, a very obvious cycle inside of every single crypto that was starting in 2017. There's sort of this life cycle, this hype cycle, if you will. And right now we're experiencing that in tons of projects. I started a trading group, which quite frankly, I think is one of the largest in the world now. And people are learning how to invest in cryptos, both ones that have been around for a long time and ones that are just coming out. And it's important that you understand what's going on around the world with governments, because how people have been screaming for regulation, it's actually not the people like myself. And watch this. Type yes or no if you want to see more regulation in crypto. Now, that's sort of a trick question because a lot of people are going to say yes because they have a feeling that regulation is a good thing. It's safer, but it's actually not. The people calling for regulation are banks, hedge funds, VC funds, and things like that, because with regulation, it allows them to take money that they custody for other people and dive it into the crypto markets. And what they do is they destroy the crypto markets. VC funds, to me, are a four-letter word. I can't stand them. And I'm going to do something about it. And I have a plan to wreck VC funds, because what they do is they buy up these projects and all they care about is a quick buck for their investors. And what they do is they dump these projects on the open market, which in the past have absolutely crippled teams. I see it right now. There are amazing projects that I've talked about. What happens is people stockpile all of these sell orders a little above the price, and it forces the price down. It's the complete opposite of shorting. It's an interesting thing called a sell wall that creates havoc in a lot of these projects. And so what I've started to do is I've derived a plan to stop this. And in specific projects, they're going to bring certain projects to light, and they're going to be amazing. But the thing is that if you don't learn how to invest in crypto right now, if you don't see it for what it is right now, you're only going to get a small pittance, a derivative of what could have been in your life if you would have became an early adopter. Let me explain. There's something called being an accredited investor in the United States. What it does, it's a system in which you prove to the government that you are worthy to be able to invest in some of the greatest opportunities out there, like private companies that have yet to go public. Type type 10 if you wish you had the opportunity, just throwing this out there, to invest in Google when it was being created in a garage in, I think, Palo Alto, California, knowing now what your investment would have been worth. Well, the thing is, the only people that were allowed to invest in Google when it was being created in a garage pretty much was friends and family, and funds and wealthy individuals that have proven themselves to the government. And you usually have no access to the whole friends and family thing because, quite frankly, none of your friends are very successful in starting the next Google, right? I mean, honestly, I was there. I know what that's like. Well, becoming an accredited investor, you prove your net worth or you prove your ability to make money. Like you have to prove your annual salary. There's a handful of tests, right? Or you have to be recognized as an industry leader or a professional in an industry, so that the government says, okay, you can invest. And what's really amazing is when you become an accredited investor, you not only get the opportunities before they go public, where the big money's made, but you also get incredible write-offs, depreciation schedules, and things like that come into play. And most people don't know this. Well, in cryptocurrency right now, because of the lack of regulation, which I love, you're able to become part of an investor pool that, quite frankly, only banks and hedge funds have been able to be a part of for the last century. I'll give you an example. Right now, you can learn how to stake or uphold a network with a node and get paid incredible rates of return. Rates of return that very few people on this earth have ever seen, like 10, 20, 40% APR. The other thing that's really sad to me is that you would be able to be part of a liquidity pool. Now, imagine being able to put funds. A lot of people don't understand how this works. TD Ameritrade, that doesn't even exist anymore. Schwab, whatever. All these exchanges, right? These brokerage houses, they need a specific amount of liquidity to be able to close their trades, right? I'm not going to get into what the DTCC does, but clearinghouses do. But for that, people put up, wealthy individuals, hedge funds, they put up money to serve as a liquidity pool so that big exchanges can close trades, right? And they don't have a liquidity crisis and collapse. In crypto, you can learn how to do that and make incredible money. You can participate in specific ways that would allow you to gain free tokens through airdrops. Most people don't know how this works. The question is, when are you going to do it? It's a big deal. Type yes or no if this is making sense to you. And do me a favor, if there's anyone in this chat right now that is not holding any cryptocurrency, be honest with yourself. Just say no crypto. And the thing is, for years when I started this channel, I started talking about, nobody wanted to talk about real estate. Nobody wanted to talk about, Forex trading or commodities trading, commodity investing, but they did want to talk about crypto. And the problem was we were going into a bear cycle. This was back in 2021 when I started. And so I didn't want to talk about crypto a lot because I didn't want people to go diving into the markets and not understand and then go sell something at a loss. Like today, right now, literally the entire market, for being full of drama, it's red, right? In the last few days, cryptos are red. And I'm seeing people, I sold, I don't want to lose anymore. It's like, are you kidding me? We're in a bull cycle right now. You should be buying the crap out of networks. The other day, I completed the purchase through an OTC, multiple OTC purchases on crypto.com, 10% of an entire network that I believe is going to go multi-billion. And I don't want to talk about it because I want to go buy 25% of this network. I know there's a lot of teams right now around the world watching this going, oh crap, is that ours? But the reason why I'm doing it is I'm getting into it before the VC firms do. And I'm going to hold on to it and control the rate of rise as proper information and news is released. Where the truth is, most of these companies, even the ones that I advise for, They don't understand how or when or why you would put good press releases out. See, a lot of people have been victim of crypto pump and dumps because of VC firms. And the ninja is going to go do something about it. And you could either get behind it or get the crap out of the way, because I'm sick and tired of big money pouncing on all these small investors. I know what it's like to be a small investor. And then I woke up and I said, I'm no longer going to be a small investor. I'm going all in. But that's my point. And here's the thing that really blows me away. I know people that have had 10, 20, 100,000, even $1 million stolen from them. And the reason it was stolen from them is because they thought that they knew it all and they were smarter than the average person. And in their foolishness, they got taken advantage of. That's why we created the crypto security course. That's why we created the Bitcoin 101 course. And we sell it at a stupid low price. Like right now, it's 130 bucks for 2 courses. It's the best education you're going to get in cryptocurrency. I guarantee it. And the reason why I can say that is because it really doesn't exist out there. So if you want to learn from a best-selling author and a larger investor in a team, there you go. Links down below. And you know what? I'm going to keep selling courses. You want to know why? Because I'm really good at it. And I'm going to have the largest financial education company in the country. That's it. That's my pitch. How do you like it? I hope you're not selling right now. Can we see a larger dip? Heck yeah, we can. And you want to know, this is something else I'll tell you. This is something nobody talks about online because they're not large enough to understand this as far as trading. What is happening right now is a controlled demolition of the price, a slow demolition of the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum to be able to take out a bunch of leveraged longs in the futures market. Because a bunch of exchanges do not want to pay out those bets. So I know how this works because I could do it myself in certain exchanges. I don't do it. I don't short cryptos. I don't short stocks. Fundamentally, I think it's wrong and it's dirty. And I don't play like that. I'm a long-term investor, but I also do short-term trades, day trades, swing trades, things like that. But I don't like what the VC firms are doing. So I'm going all around the world. Once a month, I'm going to a different country. Right now, I'm in Hong Kong talking with teams and investors about doing something rapidly or just radically different in cryptocurrency investing. And I think it's going to pick up really fast because teams, development teams around the world that are trying to use blockchain technology to change the world and to make companies and projects stronger, better, more transparent, they're sick and tired of it too. This is going to be awesome. I hope you got something out of this. To some people, it may be cryptic, but the only reason it's cryptic is because you just don't have a baseline of knowledge. Go and get that baseline of knowledge. And no, sorry, XRP is not going to $10 tomorrow. Type XRP if you agree with that. And it's a good thing because I've been an XRP investor for a long time, but I have a lot of XRP because I'm realistic about it. All right, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.